Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I do have a little different of a video than I normally do. This one, it's from one of those channels where it has the body cam footage and they pull over this man due to a road rage incident. And at first he tries to say, the road rage had nothing to do with him. But as the conversation starts to go with the police, they can tell right away that the road rage definitely was from this person. So, I hope you enjoy the video.
Hey, how are you, man? Hey, I'm definitely with the sheriff's office. Were you guys just involved in an altercation or maybe a road rage incident with somebody?
Yeah, that bastard was a road rager.
Okay, all right. Would you want to step out of me real quick and just talk to me so I can get your side of the story?
So I can talk to you right here.
Well, I'm asking you to step out, okay? So you can step out or I can help you guys. It's your choice.
Listen, you don't have the right to put your hands on me. I'm talking to you. I'm cooperating. I'm talking.
Okay, and I'm asking you to step out so I can talk to you.
I'm not going to step out of my vehicle for what?
You have your ID, sir?
I sure do.
Okay, let me see it, please.
Let me get my video going.
Okay, get your video going.
Okay, so of course, they approach the man. Can't really tell yet, I guess, that he was the one that created the road rage. He just seems upset. I mean, even if he had not been the one to start the road rage, he would have been upset over the person who did. So we can't quite say right away that he's the one who did it, but as the conversation goes on, you quickly can tell that it was all him.
Traffic. I'll be out 132, 192. 02153. So you want to tell me what's going on?
Sorry, officer, give him just a moment. He is channeling the triangle gods to try and help him get out of this. What is the triangle gods? It's kind of something similar to Chili's trifold, only he doesn't have it right there to open up and hand to a police officer. Instead, he's praying to the triangle gods to help him out in this situation. Let's see how it works.
Hold on, man.
I was turning coming from the beach. I was getting over in the left lane. This asshole speeds around me and cusses at me. So I come over here to McDonald's and I tell him, I said, look, you were behind me. You following me. So that means you need to wait to see what I'm going to do before you try to speed around me. He got in the far left lane, so I got in the far left lane behind him. And I came over and I asked him, I said, what was the purpose of you cussing at me? And he started.
Okay.
Just that simple.
So just behind me, because he's cussing at you, you punched him in the mouth.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because from here forward, y'all don't learn to respect what we are on earth. That shit was uncalled for. I was in front of him, so that means that wherever I go, if he's behind me, until I decide where I'm going to go. I was getting in the lane, the only left lane that was open. He was trying to speed around to get to the far left lane. That lane wasn't even open yet, just to get to fucking McDonald's. He came beside us and just started cussing at us. I was like, okay. I came over here to the light and I asked him, I said, what was the purpose of you cussing? And I said, you don't look fucking.
Where was he standing when you punched him? Was he like at your window?
He was sitting in his car.
Okay, so basically this is what I'm getting from watching this video probably 3 times now. But what he is saying is when he is on the road actively driving and you are a vehicle behind him, then according to him and his laws, you are not allowed to go around him or go in front of him. That you need to make your next move completely determining on what his next move is. So if he plans on going into the right lane to turn off, well then in that case you have to do the same thing. If he plans on going into the left lane and staying in the middle left lane, then you have to do that as well. God forbid you go in any other lane, it's going to piss him off, he's going to follow you wherever you stop, and he's going to punch you in the mouth. Do I believe that this man pulled up next to him and cussed him out through the windows? can't say for sure. None of it was recorded. However, when you do see the man at the end of the video, I highly doubt that this man cussed at him to the point where he felt like he had to follow him and punch him in the mouth. It's just more excuse to get out and do whatever the hell you want and claim you're allowed to do that because, well, you follow your laws, not actual laws. And you'll hear him mention that in a moment.
All right, I walked over to the car and I asked him, I said, look, what was the purpose of you cussing at me? You were behind me and you had to wait until I moved, and whatever I did, you decided what you're going to do after that. You started cussing. He said, well, you learn how to fucking drive. I said, well, you're gonna learn how to respect what I am on earth. And what I stand for on earth right now, y'all better stop messing with us. Y'all better stop messing with us. That guy, he got judged today. And if you knew who I was, you would know why he got judged. And if you knew the shit.
Oh, wait a minute. So is this the new coming of Jesus Christ? Like, I mean, according to him, this man got judged today by him, and we need to start learning what he is on this earth, or who he is on this earth. I mean, the last time I checked, the only one that could judge is God. And to be fully honest here, this man's judgment means jack shit.
That he was into before this incident, this day, everything happens for a reason. Nothing.
Somebody out with him over there.
Everything happens for a reason, and y'all need to stop getting involved in people's personal business because all that does is just create more situations where people don't have to take responsibility for the shit they do.
You understand when you make contact with somebody, it's considered a battery. So we got the call, so we have to investigate it. And that's what we're here to do.
He verbally abused me, so that's battery.
Okay. Would you write a statement on saying what
I'm not listening.
Wait, what did he just say? That the police need to stay out of everyone's personal business and let them take care of shit on their own? Well, see, here's the thing. When you break the law, then the police are going to be informed and they're going to get involved. I just don't understand where people literally think that they are above the law and that if you break any of the laws, you will be confronted by police. Just because you are who you are. And I'm still not sure if he's a sovereign citizen or a Moorish citizen or a little mix of both of them. I'm not sure. I don't recall if he even mentions it. But yeah, your laws as an individual do not hold any standing above the actual law. So where you think that the police have no right coming into your business after you've just followed and assaulted a man, then you're sadly mistaken.
I'm not getting involved with y'all. We handle that ourselves. We're two grown fucking men. We don't need to be policed. We don't need to be controlled. We are not in preschool. We're two grown men. I appreciate that. I handle my business like...
We're not in preschool. We're two grown men. But see, here's the thing. In preschool, or any elementary school, middle school, high school, if you punch somebody just because they did something you did not like, then okay, you're behaving your age. But as a grown-ass man or an adult, as he calls himself, you don't do that. You don't act like a petulant child who just got his feelings hurt because somebody drove around you and then got in front of you or in the lane next to you. That's not how life works. That's not how society should work. You are supposed to be a grown-ass adult man. He is saying it himself. Then at that point, you need to behave as one and not behave as a child like he is portraying here.
That was supposed to.
I appreciate your opinion on the matter, but he has a different opinion.
Okay,
as a man,
okay. And whatever his opinion is, if he wants to write down stuff for y'all, then he can. I don't have to do that. I'm not getting involved with y'all. I'm telling you what you want to know. Okay. I'm trading with you, but I'm not getting out of my car. Okay. I'm not writing nothing down. All I had to do was deal with him. That was my problem.
Sorry, Cupcake, but you can't say anymore whether or not you want the police involved or not because, well, you broke the law and you assaulted a man. And I wouldn't say that everything was dealt one-on-one when the man had no chance to defend himself because you just walked straight up to his window and punched him in the mouth. This is not working good. Not on his side, at least.
Dealt with it, and that's it.
Okay. Are there any weapons in the vehicle? Any guns, knives, grenades, anything like that?
I am a spiritual being. I don't do no smoking, no drinking. I don't need no guns. I don't need none of that stuff.
It's just a yes or no. I just want to know if you got any weapons in the car. That's all I'm looking
for.
No
drugs, no guns, no alcohol, no nothing.
Okay, perfect. That's all I'm asking. You from Virginia?
Yes, I am.
What brings you down here?
I'm camping. My son and I retired, and we came down here for peace.
You're retired military?
I was in the military, but I retired.
What branch of the military?
Navy.
Navy?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
How many years you spent in the Navy?
I was in 2 years, and I ran a business. I ran several businesses. Business and a landscape and lawn care business.
Okay.
So I can perform a spiritual journey.
Okay.
This is the type of shit that I'm dealing with. So
I got nothing against your spiritual journey, man.
I deal with all this.
Okay, so I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but usually when you're on a spiritual journey, you're not focused on, I don't know, punching people that drive around you on an interstate or a highway. A spiritual journey is usually something people do to calm down, de-stress, maybe find themselves, learn coping mechanisms, just learn a new way of life, usually a peaceful way of life. I'm not sure if his spiritual learning or journey is doing him much good right now, but I don't know. Maybe this is just a one-time thing. I'm not sure it is. I'm pretty sure he does this quite often, but hey, could be just a one-time thing. But I think, he might want to extend that spiritual journey just a little bit longer.
This is the problem. I already fixed that. If he ain't man enough to do that for himself, that's his problem.
Okay.
If he wants to run around cussing at people and being mad at people because that little baby can't have his way, then it's what he is.
Okay, well, that's not always what...
Hold on. So he is saying basically that the other guy can't control himself because he didn't get his way. Yet, I don't remember the other guy following him into McDonald's parking lot and then him getting out of the car and punching this guy in the face. Because, I don't know, because he felt that if you're behind him, then you have to drive according to the way he's driving. I don't know. It would seem more like this guy here is the huge man-child who is throwing the massive tantrum because he got his feelings hurt.
The law sees it, though. You understand that, right?
And let me tell you something about your law. If you go back and actually study your law, none of these laws they have expired. The statute of limitations on all American laws have already expired. In 20 years.
Yep, that is right. For shits and giggles, I went ahead and pulled this stuff up. So, do laws ever expire? Unlike most laws that remain in force indefinitely, unless they are amended or repealed, sunset provisions have a specified expiration date. This is not applicable in legal systems where the concept of desuetude applies. What is an example of an outdated law? In California, it is illegal to have caller ID. In California, it's against regulations to let phones ring more than 9 times in state offices. It is illegal to cry on a witness stand. It is illegal to own or sell silly string. And it is illegal to set a mousetrap without a hunting license. Okay, I think we can all see why these has had expiration dates and have since expired. Every state has done laws. Those laws have expiration dates. Those laws thankfully expired. I don't think we can live in a society where you actually need a hunting license to set a mousetrap, or that it's illegal to own silly string. Because, come on, as children we would have all been arrested, and as some adults we'd probably still be arrested for owning silly string. That is what they're talking about when they're talking about laws that have expired. So, question, let me know in the chat, in the comment section. At this point in the video, do you believe he's a sovereign citizen? Or is he more on the more national side? Or is he just a delusional moron? You let me know.
Dude, can I get your name?
I gave you my
This is what we're going to do. We're going to get you out of the car. We're going to talk to them, get his side of the story. But
why do I got to get out of my office to talk to him? Look, I'm not going to because you guys are going too far with this.
No,
You're going too far. I'm not doing anything to anybody.
I'm trying to be cordial. We're trying to get you to be cordial.
What you want to do is control me. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to sit right here. I am talking to both of you like you are.
Yes, sir. That's against the law.
Okay, it's against my law for me to be talked to like he talked to me.
I understand.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it's against his law for anybody to talk to him the way they talk to him. Again, I'm not convinced that this guy in the other car cussed him out or anything like that. He might have driven past him and flipped him a bird. We don't know exactly what happened on the road. This guy could have been completely erratic. We already see he has road rage. So I'm pretty sure he wasn't just driving along, humming to himself happily, and then got mad because somebody got into the other lane and passed him. I seriously doubt that happening. I'm pretty sure he pissed the guy off, or he did something to annoy the man. He might have yelled a cuss word or two out or flipped him off, and this guy went completely psychotic on him. But we don't know, because we haven't spoken to the other party yet. But this guy, I just love how it's like, and it's against my law. Dude, you have no laws. You barely have self-respect for yourself, so you might want to calm down, slow your roll, and pump those brakes.
I follow universal law, which trumps all this mess that y'all got going on here. So, like I said, you don't have no jurisdiction over me. You are on my earth.
Wait. What did he just say? Did he literally just say you're on my earth right now? I don't know. I might have misunderstood that.
That's against the law.
Okay, it's against my law for me to be talked to like he talked to me.
I understand.
And I follow universal law, which trumps all this mess that y'all got going on here. So, like I said, you don't have no jurisdiction over me. You are on my earth. And if I decide to do something about it, I can right now. Look.
He sure did say that you are on my earth right now. My God, this guy does not need to go to jail. He needs a mental hospital. Okay, so he mentions that he doesn't follow our law. He follows the universal law. So universal law, there are 12 of them. They are laws of vibration, attraction, divine oneness, compensation, polarity, correspondence, inspired action, cause and effect, relativity, gender, perpetual transmutation of energy, and the law of rhythm. The 12 universal laws can be rewarding when best implemented. Okay, so let's just take a look at some of these, and I'm going to go as quickly as I can through them, just in case somebody's bored learning about it or you already knew. But the first one is law of divine oneness. The first and most foundational law of the universe is the law of divine oneness, which highlights the interconnectedness of all things. The second one is law of vibration, a microscopic level, or at a microscopic level, everything is in constant motion, vibrating at a specific frequency. The third one is law of correspondence. This law states that patterns repeat throughout the universe and on a personal level. Our reality is a mirror of what's happening inside us at the moment. Law of attraction is number 4. Undoubtedly, the most talked about universal law, the law of attraction, is often used for manifestation. It says that like attracts like, and you get what you focus on. Not only that, but you have to believe what you're seeking is possible to obtain. The fifth one is law of inspired action. Closely related to the law of attraction, the law of inspired action is all about taking those real, actionable steps to invite what we want into our lives. The sixth law is law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This law states that on an energetic level, everything in the universe is constantly evolving or fluctuating. The seventh law is law of cause and effect. Relatively straightforward, this law highlights the direct relation between actions and events. He really should focus on number 7, because technically his actions are going to be the events that follow due to his actions. And trust me, the events that follow his actions are pretty much not the way he thought he was going to spend his night. The 8th law is law of compensation. The law of compensation relates closely to the law of attraction and the law of correspondence. You reap what you sow. He probably should have paid attention to number 8 as well, because he is about to reap what he sows. Number 9 is law of relativity. This law suggests that we are inclined to compare things in our world, but in reality, everything is neutral. Number 10 is law of polarity. This law says that everything in life has an opposite, good and evil, love and fear, warmth and cold. The key is understanding these are all two sides of the same coin. It's pretty much common sense on that one. Number 11 is law of rhythm. Cycles are a natural part of the universe. Physically, you can think about the seasons on Earth. In our own lives, we can remember that integration is just as important as growth. And the last law is law of gender. And lastly, the law of gender has to do with the masculine and feminine energies that exist in all things. So basically, the 12 laws. Before you get too overwhelmed, integrating them into your life is more about understanding. Well, there you go right there. It's more about understanding them. And this guy obviously does not understand 7 or 8, which means he probably doesn't understand any of them.
You don't have no jurisdiction over me. You are on my earth. And if I decide to do something about it, I can right now. Look, when you listen to this, you need to understand what this is. And you need to understand who I am.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to cover that part. What he needs to understand is Earth belongs to all living beings, not just one person. And just he believes in his mind that this Earth is his. Should have told the police right away that this man is screaming for mental help.
You need to understand that I have a power that I can use right now on both of you if you don't stop messing with me. I'm not.
Whoa, was that a threat? You have to understand that I have a power that I can use on both of you. Like, I mean, it depends on what kind of power he claims to have, but you don't ever want to say that to the police when you're already involved in a road rage incident and they've already opened your car door and they're ready to pull you out.
No, sir, we're asking. By law, I can do this. Well, by my law, I have the right to do what I need to do. We're asking you, please, make it easier on it.
Okay, but see, here's the problem for you, not everybody else, but for you is we live in the land of reality, not in the land of make-believe. Therefore, we have to follow all laws, not just the laws that we decide we want to live with. I can sit there and say, I have just created 10 laws of my own, and those are the only ones I'm going to follow by. So that means I can go around, run amok, and completely ignore the rule of law. Not happening. Now, if that's something you really, really want to do, you could go find an abandoned island somewhere in the middle of the ocean that nobody owns currently. You could purchase it, or you could even just squat on it until they finally kick you off of it at some point. But at that point, if you want to make your own laws on your own little island where nobody else lives but yourself, go for it. Have fun doing it. More power to you.
Everybody, we get this out of the way. Why do I have to get out of my vehicle? I'm not, if I'm in my vehicle, you safe, I'm safe, everybody's safe. You crime that possibly you committed. Okay, yes. So we're investigating this. So we need you to step out, okay? Is this your son back here? Yes, it is. This is completely cordial. Everything's being good, okay? He's fine. Why won't y'all let him get in? There's no reason. We're trying to get you out. We're not going to let him get in. Why do you need to get out? Why do I need to get out? Because there's a possibility of you being under arrest. Why do y'all have to arrest me?
Okay, see, I missed that the first couple times that I watched this because I wasn't paying attention, I guess, to this part. But I did at one point see his son come to the back door on the other side of the vehicle, and I thought he got in, but obviously the police are keeping the son out of the car, probably for the sole reason of, if we let him in, this man could start the vehicle up and take off on us. So that's why he's got the son standing outside of his vehicle. That makes perfect sense. Again, I have no clue why I didn't catch it the first, second, third, or this time until I started recording. But yeah. If you didn't see him, if you didn't see the son through the window last time, he's there. He was going, he put something in the car, and then he was standing outside.
So, but we have to investigate that, and you doing the way you're doing it is making it more difficult for us. More difficult. You're here on vacation. We're trying to work our way through it. Okay.
Listen, guys.
Listen, hey, there's no listening. Just be cordial. Step out the vehicle and let's figure this out. Okay.
One thing I want y'all to understand is, I'm not going to jail over some of that cat. If two men in the street can handle their business, if he's big enough to run his mouth to anybody he runs into, it can just say whatever he wants to say out of his mouth. There's consequences for that.
Well, see, here's the problem, sir. No one cares if you want to go to jail or not. The fact is, you broke the law and you assaulted another human being. Therefore, you can be arrested for that. If the police go and talk to this man and decides he doesn't want to press charges, more than likely you're not going to go to jail. Now, they do show the man at the end of the video. I'm not quite sure yet if they spoke to the man before they spoke to him, which I'm pretty sure they did now that I think about it, because, well, they knew what happened. And yes, the guy wants to press charges. So therefore, they're arresting this one. So yeah, that's where we are on that stance. The man just continues to try and get out of this. And, well, it doesn't matter. He's not getting out of it.
Okay? These stuff is coming. Okay? Listen, guys.
Listen, hey, there's no listening. Just be cordial. Step out the vehicle and let's figure this out. Okay?
One thing I want y'all to understand is, I'm not going to jail over some of that cat. If two men in the street can handle their business, if he's big enough to run his mouth to anybody he runs into, it can just say whatever he wants to say out of his mouth. There's consequences for that.
That's what it was I forgot to bring up. Technically, we do have freedom of speech in this country. Now, I know that he believes he follows his own laws and that he doesn't follow our laws, but he might want to take a gander at this little thing called the Constitution. He lives here. He is a citizen here. He works here. He pays taxes, I hope, here. Then he has to follow the Constitution, not his own make-believe laws. And in the Constitution, we have the right to freedom of speech. So this man could literally walk past you and say, you're a piece of shit, or I don't like you, or oh my God, your shirt is so ugly. And he has every right to say it. Where you don't have the right is to walk up to somebody who says anything to you or doesn't say anything to you, but all he did was hurt your little feelings and punch him in the face. That's where you don't have a right. The guy has a right to freedom of speech. You don't have the right to retaliate and punch him in the face. Now, technically, freedom of speech does not cover harassment or threatening words. So if the man cussed him out or whatever like that, now the Constitution is kind of vague on when it says vulgarity. I'm fine with somebody cussing and all that. That's freedom of speech to me. You can say the F word all you want. Freedom of speech. But you don't have the right to harass or threaten. And you sure as hell don't have the right to just walk up to somebody and punch them in the face while they're sitting in their car. So this guy, as usual, has everything backwards.
Okay? These suffer the consequences. And if y'all get in the way of his judgment, you bring it on yourself. And I'll get out and I'll tell you that. What you're doing is bringing it on yourself because you're getting involved in some shit that you
Okay, so for everybody to know, yeah, it's not up to him to judge or create the consequences, but this man's actions are about to cost him some consequences. And it is quite entertaining.
And right here by him. Okay, what I want you to do is turn around, put your hands on your back.
Look, you don't have to do all of that.
You pull away from me, behind your back.
This is why y'all, this is why.
Hey, back up. Back up. Go ahead and tase you. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
And who's that Jolly Green Giant there in the background? Well, that would be Mr. I Don't Live Within Reality's son, who was standing outside of the car. And when he saw Daddy Dearest being arrested, he decided to go and assault a police officer. You know, because it's not only bad enough that his father just assaulted some man in a car, that he has to go and assault an actual police officer. Hey, like father, like son.
Right now, put your hands behind your back. I'm not doing anything. Don't you tense up on me or we're going to the ground. Do you understand? This is what I got.
Are you fucking retarded? Does it take that much to put me in?
Y'all just left off of yourself. I didn't touch either one of y'all.
Listen, we gave you the opportunity to go nice and peacefully. You want to resist, you want to pull away, this is what happened.
I'll pull away from you.
You absolutely did.
The one thing I love the most when somebody's being arrested is when they start yelling, I didn't do anything. You wouldn't be being arrested if you didn't do anything. If you had just left that man alone and not went and punched him, you wouldn't be getting arrested right now. So obviously the I didn't do anything is a complete and utter lie. Just like everything else that has come out of this man's mouth.
You're catching an additional charge. They're going to be placed under arrest for battery today as well as resist officer. And you understand that. Push me open now? Go ahead and search him. For what? I don't have any fucking pockets. You're going to jail. Okay. So, you're getting a search. For what? I don't have pockets.
Doesn't matter.
It clearly does. Stand up against.
So now the son thinks he shouldn't be patted down because he doesn't have pockets. I mean, let's face it. Most people who do not wear a gun holster wear their gun either in the front of their pants or the back of their pants, not in their pockets. So yes, they do have to search you even if you don't have pockets. That's a fact. Anyways, the son is a little more, I don't know, scary than the father. I mean, it's clear that the father taught the son everything, but yeah, what is about to come out of his mouth when the police put him in the back of the police car is, I mean, it's insane.
Don't move! Or what? Then you only asked it, or what? Have a seat. When it comes to your soul, I hope you know it's mine.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Is this the sun ran up on us? Yeah.
I mean, that was the cop's reaction, and his rebuttal to that was just absolutely amazing. The son is like, when it comes to your soul, it is mine. And the police officer's just like, okay, great, thanks. I mean, what do you expect the cop to say to that? Why would you say this to anybody? When it comes to your soul, it is mine. This tells me that neither one of them are sovereign citizens or Moorish nationals. They think that they are more godlike. They talk about their own law, or he talks about his own laws, the father does. Talks about how this is his earth. And now you've got his son literally sitting there saying, your soul is mine. Moorish nationals are bad enough. Sovereign citizens are bad enough. But what's even worse is people thinking they are godlike. It's disgusting, it's vile, and it is, in my opinion, they should have mental evaluations over this. Most people functioning on a stable mind do not have a godlike complex.
Yeah. I heard tasing. And I was like, I see him run up on our back. It was like weeds from search and
He ran up on y'all's back. Whenever I went to grab it, he pulled back, closed his fist up at me. Whenever I went to grab it, he swung at me.
It's good. That's assault LEO, right?
I don't think he's definitely going for resistance. That's not assault LEO.
Yeah. Hey, I can smell it. I just can't believe he just. We were trying to be. I tried to talk him out of it. You see, I tried. You're hella patient, man. Yeah.
I will agree. That police officer is hella patient. I don't know how he kept his patience with the father in the driver's seat, because he was making my blood boil. There is no way I could do the job of a police officer. I would be so pissed off at the ignorance and stupidity of society. Like, I'm used to working customer service jobs, being an IRS agent. I dealt with the worst of the worst as an IRS agent. And I took a lot of backlash, a lot of cussing, lots of name calling, lots of threats. But I didn't have to deal with it person to person. Having to deal with these people on an everyday basis has to wear a person down. I don't care how thick-skinned you are. Dealing with some of the most stupid of people in the world is what a police officer has to go through. And I feel for them. I really do feel for them.
Step out, Bo.
Yeah.
You got knives all in there. You got knives all in here. Hey, Sergeant.
Okay, so this man literally had, it looks like a Crown Royal bag of knives, small knives. The guy that got punched is so lucky that's all that happened. This guy could have at any time taken over some knives and stabbed him, or put the little knives in between his fingers and punched him that way. Like, this man just getting punched in the face should be lucky that this insane psychopath did not use the little knives on him. This just goes to show you, you never know who you're going to run into while you're driving. You may think that people are just like you, driving along, trying to get to where you need to be, or just enjoying the drive. I love to drive. I will go on long drives just for the hell of it, because I just love to travel. I think it's just, having grown up my entire life in the Army, with my dad and my ex-husband being in the Army, maybe that's why. I don't know. I get bored. I go for a long drive. It makes me happy. But you never know who is actually on the road with you. You have to be extremely careful. If somebody pisses you off on the road, don't react horribly. Don't flip them off. Don't cuss them out. Don't threaten them. Because in actuality, you don't know what they're going to do or what their reaction is going to be to your action. And it could cost you your life. Your family could be in the car with you. It could go bad quickly. I remember when my dad was stationed at Fort Knox, and it was my mom and I in the car, and we were coming back from somewhere. And my mom, the lady that was in front of us came to a dead stop right in the middle of the road. And it was the busiest road out there near Fort Knox in Radcliffe. And so my mom had to slam on the brakes, and then she swerved really quick to the left-hand lane and went around her. Once we came up to the red light, we're stopped, and we're, thank goodness we didn't hit the woman. Like, it could have been bad, because we were going the speed limit when she slammed on her brakes. All of a sudden, this woman comes out of freaking nowhere and starts hitting my mom's window on the driver's side with a baseball bat, cussing and yelling at her to get out of the car. So my mom just hurried up and took a right-hand turn as quick as she could to get away from this woman. You never know what kind of people are out there on the road with you. Please, please be safe when you're on the road. We already know by watching Chili that he's out there and he doesn't give a shit who he hurts or kills or maims while he's driving, and has 2 phones and a laptop open and going, reading comments and talking to himself. But then you've got people out there like this guy who just hates society in a whole and will punch you in the face if you pass him on the highway. So you never know who you're going to encounter. The best thing is just drive, get to where you need to be, and be safe while doing so.
I'm going to check his. Make sure they're all double locked up. And he says one of them's too tight, so wouldn't mind. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. Just around to me. Let me double check it for you. All right. Which one's tight one you said? This one? All right. I'm going to come back a couple clicks. Is that better? All right. And let me double check this one. How's that one for you? Down all right? Okay. Okay. All right. Hold tight. Let me 1 second, all right? Is that better? Okay.
He wasn't getting out of the car. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't going to buy our malls. Like I was.
He's solving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Want to put Junior in here with me? Yep.
How about you run to that home?
Where are they going? So we're going to Long Vegas Trail.
All right, you already search him down?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to check him around. You guys walk, stick, and stab him? Any next time, going to poke, stick, and stab him? No. All right.
He called the original plane on 217 calling him because we're going. They were supposed to go.
We'll walk over to the driver's side of the car, okay? How tall are you, my man? He's about 6'5", 6'6". I'm 6'2". All right, slide on in for me right there, okay? I know it's going to be a tight fit because you're taller. I apologize for the fit. I know it's not cozy. All right, seatbelt's optional. You want seatbelt or no? How about you, sir? Seatbelt or no? Okay, all right, sit tight with me. All right. There you go.
Okay, I'm confused by that. Maybe somebody can clarify this for me, but why do they give you the option to wear a seatbelt when you're arrested? Like when they put you in the back of a patrol car, why are they giving you the option to wear a seatbelt when the law clearly states that everybody, including passengers, have to wear a seatbelt? So I'm confused by that. If anybody knows the answer to it, please let me know. I would be very, very grateful to know.
On spiritual journey, he said.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he's saying over there. They're going on a spiritual journey.
What's up, man? I was turning in to go get something. I went to go turn off the bridge to take a right.
Right.
This guy cut me off. I tried to go around and get away from him. He followed me here. I turned in here. Used my blinkers the whole time. And I noticed he was using his blinkers the whole time. He followed me. I went to the drive-thru. I was going to get something. He got on the other side. He said, I'm going to teach you
58.
some manners, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to get you. And then he tried to come out here. And just proceeded to get out of the vehicle and just...
Did you ever get out of your car? Okay.
My seatbelt.
Okay, so you got your ID on you. Do you want to pursue charges on him for battery?
Find him.
Oh, we've got him.
Yeah, I want him. You can't do this to me.
So there we go. Dad and son duo get arrested together because, well, it's always much more fun to get arrested with your parent. I don't know if they were sovereign citizens, Moorish nationals, or just not living within reality. It could be either one of those three. It's always sad. Like, you want to protect your parents when you see something happening to them, but the last thing you want to do is assault a police officer. So, yeah, don't do that. It's just so bad. Don't do that. They were supposed to be on vacation, supposedly on this spiritual journey. My guess is the spiritual journey had yet to even begin, because I don't know many people that go on spiritual journeys and punch people in the face. I mean, a spiritual journey is supposed to be bettering yourself, not making your life more miserable or getting arrested. But hey, who am I to say anything? I don't know these people personally, so maybe that's what it's like for them. I don't know. Anyways, I do want to say I am sorry that I haven't been posting as much as I used to. As you guys know, I am working on my second channel. I am working on getting content and making the videos so that I can post those. I'm going to try and do each channel about the same as far as posting stuff. If you haven't already gone and subscribed to my new channel, if you like the paranormal, then please do. My channel name is Ghost Girl Paranormal. To find it on YouTube, just write all three of those words together and you should be able to find it. It has actually this photo as the profile photo. So, yeah, I hope to see you guys there. I know a lot of you have already subscribed, and it makes me so happy that you are coming over from this channel to the new channel, and I hope I won't disappoint you like I haven't disappointed you with my videos here. I know this was a new type of video. It's not a chili video. It's not an SML video. But let me know. Do you like these kinds of videos? Do you want me to do more of the body cam videos? I have no problem doing that. There's quite a few of them that I've already watched and I would love to do a video on. So just let me know what you think. I thought it would be okay to take a break from Chili for a little while since, I mean, yeah, like I said, every morning I wake up and Chili he's raised the bar of stupidity. But I just wanted to do something different this time, so I went with this. So if you liked it, let me know. I will see you in the next video. Be safe. Take care. I love each and every one of you.